Welcome back to Two Wheel Trends, your ultimate destination for all things two-wheeled. If you're a die-hard sport bike fan who craves that perfect blend of practicality, aggression, and performance in the quarter-liter segment, then get ready. Because today, we're diving deep into one of the most refined and compelling 250cc Ford machines out there, the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 250. This is more than just a facelift or a mild update. It's Suzuki's declaration of dominance in the compact sport bike space. So, strap in, rev that imaginary throttle, and let's hit the streets with the all-new Gixxer SF 250. Right from the moment you set your eyes on the 2025 Gixxer SF 250, you know Suzuki means business. The aggressive silhouette, the menacing face, and the tightly packed fairing all scream pure-blooded sport bike. Suzuki has retained the same muscular DNA that made its predecessor popular. But there are nuanced updates this time that give it a fresh and contemporary attitude. The front fascia looks sharper than ever. The headlamp cluster continues with the full LED setup but now has a sleeker design and improved beam spread for better nighttime visibility. It's narrower, a tad angrier looking, and more aerodynamic than before. Suzuki has subtly reworked the windscreen up. It's more contoured now, offering slightly better wind deflection on spirited highway runs. Look closer, and you'll notice the new dual-tone paint scheme. Suzuki is now offering 3 striking colors that combine matte and gloss finishes. These paint jobs aren't just cosmetic, they reflect light differently at various angles, giving the bike an almost chameleon-like presence under the sun. The bold 250 and Gixxer decals on the fairing sides look cleaner and better integrated. Even the mirrors have been slightly repositioned for better rear visibility without compromising the race-ready stance. From the side, the Gixxer SF 250 retains its aggressive, crouched-forward posture. The fuel tank is muscular, carved with precise lines that blend into the rider's knee grooves perfectly. That tank still holds 12 liters of fuel, but what really impresses is how the sculpting contributes to the overall aero efficiency. The fairing is full-length and wraps neatly around the chassis. This is a bike that wants to cut through the wind, and you can feel it, even standing still. The bronze-colored engine casing contrasts beautifully with the bodywork, giving it a hint of European flair. The exhaust canister is slightly reworked too, now with dual ports that add more bass to the exhaust note without being obnoxious. Swing around to the rear, and the Gixxer SF 250 continues to impress. The tail section is clean, compact, and sharply tapered. The LED tail lamp unit now features a more premium smoked finish with a redesigned internal structure that resembles the Suzuki GSX-R lineup. The split seat layout remains, but the pillion seat has been slightly widened and padded better than before, finally addressing one of the common complaints from the older model. The rear hugger and the tire-mounted mudguard now have a more minimalistic look, giving more prominence to the 150-section radial tire that still looks beefy and well-proportioned for a 250cc machine. Hop on, and the rider's triangle still feels familiar, sporty but not too committed. You get clip-on handlebars that are mounted lower than a typical naked, but higher than a full Supersport. This makes it perfect for city commuting, weekend rides, and even the occasional track day. The fully digital LCD instrument console gets an updated font and now displays slightly more info, including real-time fuel efficiency, dual trip meters, and gear position. It's not the most advanced screen in the segment, but it's functional and crisp enough even under harsh sunlight. Now let's talk about the heart of the machinery of the engine. The 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 250 continues with the oil-cooled 249cc single-cylinder stock engine, but with refined internals and updated mapping. Suzuki hasn't gone the liquid-cooled route, and honestly, they don't need to. The oil cooling system works brilliantly here, keeping the engine temps in check while reducing complexity and maintenance needs. The engine now feels smoother, with reduced vibrations across the rev band. It still delivers a punchy 26.5 PS at 9,300 revolutions per minute and 22.2 Newton-meters of torque at 7,300 revolutions per minute, but the power delivery is more linear now, especially in the mid-range. Thumb the starter and the bike comes to life with a deep, mature growl. It's got character, not overly loud, but enough to turn heads at traffic signals. As you roll on the throttle, the bike picks up cleanly. In the city, the tractability is impressive. You can lug it at 35 km/h in third gear without any complaints. But it's on the open roads where the Gixxer SF 250 truly shines. The engine revs freely, and there's a strong surge post 6,000 revolutions per minute. It cruises effortlessly at 100 to 110 km/h with plenty of headroom left. It's not a screamer like the Yamaha R15, but it has more grunt and a more relaxed top-end cruising ability. The 6-speed gearbox is slick, precise, and now comes with slightly lighter clutch action thanks to a revised clutch spring setup. Shifts are crisp, and false neutrals are rare. There's no quick shifter or slipper clutch, but given the price and segment, we can't really complain. When it comes to handling, this is where the Gixxer SF 250 continues to dominate. Built on the same steel frame as before, Suzuki has fine-tuned the suspension damping for the 2025 model. The front 41mm telescopic forks and rear monoshock now feel more pliant over broken roads, while still retaining that taut, composed character through corners. The front end gives you immense confidence whether you're filtering through traffic or pushing hard on winding roads. The chassis balance is spot on. You can lean into corners aggressively, and the bike remains planted and predictable. Braking is handled by a 300mm front disc and 220mm rear disc, both with dual-channel ABS. The braking bite is strong, progressive, and the ABS calibration is spot-on, not too intrusive, but quick to react when needed. The front brake lever feedback is solid, and you'll never feel lacking in stopping power, even during spirited rides. What's impressive is that despite all these updates, Suzuki has managed to retain excellent fuel efficiency. During our test, the Gixxer SF 250 returned close to 38 to 40 km/h in mixed conditions. With the 12-liter tank, that gives you a respectable real-world range, perfect for those who want to tour occasionally. Now let's address the pricing. The 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 250 is priced at approximately a superscript 11.98 lakh ex showroom. That puts it in direct competition with the likes of the Yamaha R15 V5, the Bajaj Pulsar RS 200, and even the KTM RC 200 to some extent. While the Yamaha brings sharper tech and the KTM brings sheer aggression, the Gixxer SF 250 carves out its own identity by blending sophistication, real-world performance, and everyday usability. It might not have riding modes or flashy electronics, but it gets the fundamentals so right that you rarely miss the bells and whistles. It's also worth noting that Suzuki's service network has improved over the years, and the SF 250's maintenance costs remain fairly reasonable thanks to the simple, robust mechanicals. Spare parts are decently priced, and the oil-cooled engine design ensures long-term durability. At the end of the day, the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 250 isn't trying to be something it's not. It doesn't pretend to be a track monster, nor does it go overboard with flashy tech. What it offers is an incredibly well-rounded, mature, and fun-to-ride motorcycle that nails the fundamentals: strong engine, sorted chassis, excellent handling, and sharp looks. It's a bike that can do daily duties during the week and still make your weekend rides exciting. For riders who are looking for that perfect middle ground between aggressive fair looks, usable performance, and everyday practicality, the Gixxer SF 250 continues to be one of the best options out there in the sub-2 lakh segment. It's not just a commuter, it's not just a sport bike, it's a machine that makes you want to ride more often. And in 2025, it's sharper, smoother, and more stylish than ever before. So, that's our in-depth review of the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 250. What do you think about this fair beauty? Let us know in the comments below. Do you prefer this refined approach, or would you rather go for something more raw and track-focused? And if you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Two Wheel Trends, and hit that bell icon for more real-world motorcycle reviews just like this.